Hello everyone, this is Ultimate Number, and welcome back for more Final Fantasy. In the last part, Hell and Cancer. In this part, more Hell and Cancer. I did not grind any levels, because A, I want to do these as fast as possible, B, I don't feel like grinding items right now, and C, it wasn't that threatening. I'm certain this one will, especially at the end, because I know what's coming up. You probably don't. Let's get this travesty started. Really? Really? I got Cancer Castle first floor.
Oh boy.
Welcome to Cancer Castle. It's called Cancer Castle because there's no encounters, and the gimmick is you have to walk on these glowing tiles. Take a wrong step, you start all the way back. And this floor goes on for at least 10 years. I mean, it has a lot of items. It's mainly money, though. Like, please, don't waste your time. Unless you're really feeling it. I vaguely know where I'm going, although not really. I'm mainly just going for the items. Like, this is a neat mechanic. Too bad it goes on for way too long, and you have to do this at least 2 times if you're going for
I'd
full
even
best
argue
gear.
against it being a neat mechanic because it's inherently a time waster.
It is, and there's so many dead ends that are useless, and considering anywhere takes you to the very beginning, yeah, you're gonna be here for like 10 minutes. Should I even bother going for the items?
I mean, for the first run of this floor, I'd say yes, but for future runs, unless you're specifically item grinding, I'd say no.
Yeah, for the first tee, it shows you how complex and windy this place is. Pro tip, don't dash unless you know it's a straight path. I pressed reflexes.
When it was showing the path.
It's basically the Mario Bros training. What do you do when you see an enemy? You jump over it. It doesn't matter if it's above you or below you, you just jump. You're just trained to hit that A button when you see the enemy.
R button in my case, because I grew up with the GBA version of World.
There's really another game that uses R that for jumping.
Spin jump is
Spin
mapped to
jump.
R.
Feathered cap. I already have a feathered cap.
Isn't that like a really early equipment piece for mages?
Yes. Specifically in this version. Otherwise
Good.
this is completely useless. Okay. The correct way is right, but I'm going left first. So, while I'm in this castle, I might as well talk about future plans, because, recently, I was playing through Mitch, which is a Zelda classic quest made by the same creator who made Victive's Adventure. And Mitch is really interesting, I gotta say, when the game works. On the version I was playing, 192, beta 184, I believe, the recommended version for BA2, the quest was unwinnable, because you would get wrong warped to someplace when you're supposed to get a certain item which is required to beat the game. You know, the arrow that kills Ganon, the silver arrows. It wrong warps you, so therefore that quest is unbeatable. Apparently, I talked to the creator, and he sent me an updated version which fixes the wrong warps specifically for the version I'm playing. In addition, he also changed a little bit of things that were legitimately bullshit. Fixed a lot of things involving heart pieces that were otherwise unattainable. Now I want to LP Mitch, because I originally wanted to LP it because I felt like there was no 100% guide out there other than on the creator's channel. But now I want to do it because I feel like there isn't enough playthroughs of it. Like, the game has interesting ideas and they execute them very well. It's just puzzles that are...
I'm genuinely surprised that he took the time to fix it for a specific version of Sequest.
And for me specifically. Like, I legit could not beat it. Or finish it, because it was unwinnable. Forgetting where I'm going. Yay! Cancer Castle, everybody. Cancer Castle.
That sounds like the name of an area in one of his games.
It would be. Actually, Cancer Castle is a thing in Star Revenge. It's called Cancer Design Castle. Anyway, now that he updated it, the LP would now I feel the LPing it would show the differences, as well as I could explain what was changed. It would be really useful if you're playing the old version or the not... You get it. Jeez, I'm losing words quickly.
Or the not old version.
Yay,
There
exit.
was a single word for that.
Yay, exit. Yay, more cancer. Luckily, this isn't as bad. It has zombies, though.
No. They're revenants, which are very slightly different things.
Every zombie in this game so far was like, oh, it's like 1.1 stat higher than the previous zombie. Here, that's not really the case, because you encounter these way later. How much damage did that do? Like, 98? Ooh, they drop Phoenix down, so they're good for grinding for Phoenix down.
Oh man, more damage tiles.
Luckily, with damage tiles, you don't encounter enemies, just like in lava. I don't have time for you. Oh good, Umber can't run away even though Umber goes first. Yet Furia always seems to be able to run away. No, thank you. No, thank you. I'd rather see a Holy Dragon than a Silver Dragon, because at least with a Holy Dragon you can paralyze them. And while they're paralyzed, I can just set myself up and heal myself. Believe it or not, some of these floors that are randomized are actually extremely similar to floors we've seen in the vanilla game. But we haven't seen any of that yet. Oh boy, Chaos Shrine.
I at least like the past Chaos Shrine tile set.
Yeah, it's just about as complex as the Chaos Shrine as well, and by complex I mean if you don't know what you're doing, that is. Here's a Bloody Eye. They sure don't look bloody at all except for their steam. They're breathing blood, they're not seeing blood. Where's my wizard staff? There it is. No, Paralyze the one I'm not attacking, thank you.
I'm trying to think of GBA games with... Oh, I guess GTA Advance probably had blood.
Speaking of, what is it with GBA games and their maracas?
Maracas?
In Yoshi's Island, there's a lot of maracas. In this game, there's a lot of maracas. Like, I don't think there's maracas in this song, but in the boss theme, there's maracas. Both A and B.
I don't know, when I think GBA sound font, I think the weird, like the humming instrument.
It sure does have weird humming. I can't even believe there exists ROM hacks of certain games that actually make it so it sounds like the SNES version. I doubt it's 100%, though.
Actually, the version of the 6 patch that I used straight up replaced the music with the Super NES music.
Does it sound exact, or is some things off?
It might have been slightly compressed, but the instrumentation was right.
It's a lot like Super Mario 64 Ocarina of Time. It sounds similar, but a few instruments are off.
No, the instruments are right, it's just sound quality is slightly off.
Speaking of crossover hacks, Kaze is now making Sunshine but Mario 64, even though there's going to be a Super Mario 64 DS but Sunshine.
So, someone separately is adding Flood to 64 DS or Sunshine's levels?
Sunshine's level.
That actually sounds cool.
Also, I spawned right next to the staircase. Anyway, floor 5, just like Hellfire Chasm, there's no enemies, only bosses, but this one's a little special. There's actually NPCs. This is actually a mermaid village. Supposedly, where all mermaids go with their loves. Supposedly. A strange man carrying a halberd. I know a halberd's a weapon, but what is it? Is it like a sword attached to a spear?
No, it's more like a massive pole axe.
Coal axe?
Like, pole axe, like the head of an axe at the end of a pole.
Head north, you'll find a place with several pillars standing in. Yeah, if you talk to mermaids, they'll actually tell you where you're supposed to go. North to... Ooh, look at that. Broken robots. What are they doing here? Who knows?
I mean, the robots were didn't the mermaids use a couple of the robots left by the obligatory ancient civilization or something?
Also, I thought I was going north. I sure am going north. Maybe I have to go around. Oh, diagonal directions. Or cardinal directions. Here we go. Blue mermaid, right? You know, over there. Heading south. Pink mermaid in a room down there. Talking to most of these mermaids... Well, I actually enjoy talking to most of these mermaids, because, they sure are interesting NPCs. How do you get out from here? Like, there's no way back out. Unless you kill the boss. How?
I assume that you're technically submerged in water, you just can't see it.
I mean, we are. But why the hell are we in an ice cavern?
Look, it's a JRPG.
Oh, I found where he is straight up. I don't even need help. There's like multiple possible places where this thing can spawn. It can spawn here. It can spawn in the depths of the cavern. It can spawn somewhere. You can kind of tell that a lot of these mermaids actually like you. Anyway, let's examine this totally not suspicious treasure chest. Actually, no saving. Save state instead. We examine the treasure chest. Haha, I have fooled you! The Sinbin was actually Basil. No. Oh, is it now? Egress. What does egress mean?
Escape. It's also a spell in Shining Force, which takes you out of battles.
But how come we can't escape? Even though you can get emergency exits here, they don't work.
Nice.
Before I go, I think I'll test the power of Excalibur on... Oh, you! What are you talking about, Excalibur? You can't have the Excalibur. Only warriors can have the Excalibur. Meet Gilgamesh, who is from Final Fantasy V.
So you see the thing on his back with like the crescent blade? That's his halberd. Oh, he's holding it, even though he says he's going to use Excalibur.
Yeah, the theme of this fight is that he has the Excalibur and he wants to use it on you, there's only one attack that really uses the Excalibur, but it's called Excalibur for some reason. I think with a P. Because I think
is it Excalibur?
Yeah, I think the weapon is supposed to be fake, which is why.
So the running theme of Gilgamesh is he's the same guy in every single game.
Yay, 1 damage.
That's Excalibur, and he's a weapons collector. He collects Excalibur from basically every world. And
yeah.
In this case, he found a replica Excalibur, the series joke weapon.
Excalibur as a skill, it does 1 damage no matter what. 1 damage. It's basically a free attack for you. I don't know if he always chooses to use it first. I think his AI is random. Most bosses usually have an AI, but I think this guy is random. No, not Haikiri. Not yet. What? I am forgetting my menuings today, am I? Are you really? Are you stupid? Are you gonna exclusively use that weapon?
Gilgamesh is not the sharpest tool in the shed.
More bronze than brains. Is he the eyes?
More bronze and interdimensional portals than brains.
I'm curious. Wizard staff work on him? Yay, 1 damage to my black mage. He has not used anything else yet. Whoa, 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 he has insane defenses. Hey, stun works on him.
He's a joke character, basically.
Now that he's stunned, I can do like 1,000... No, not even. I still can't do 1,000 damage to him. I can just barely do 1,000 damage. Wow, wow. I guess magic is the way to go here. But first, let's paralyze him again. How much does your comment do? Oh, and he casts haste. Can't wait to see his physical attacks. Yeah, that's 3 tempers and a haste, and it does only 500 damage. Like, jeez. Luckily he can be stunned easily. Thank goodness. No, everyone's fully healed. What are you doing, Umber? You use with... No. Deathbringer. I think he's human, so he may be weak to poison? I'm not sure.
He's human, he's just an oddball.
Let's see how lightning fares. Nah, he's not weak to lightning. He's at least susceptible to it. I think he's actually weak to poison. So that means... spamming Deathbringers and Wizard Staff. That sure is a good attack there. Oh boy, only 5 floors in, and I barely have anything to say about anything. I guess that's Soul of Chaos for you. Like, no one really knows these floors much. Not even speedrunners. That's how sucky these floors are. You basic attack. There we go. Admittedly, he didn't take as long as Iron Golem. Like, Iron Golem's a bitch. And item? Nope. In case you don't know, he has a 10% chance of dropping the real Excalibur. But since you probably only have 1 Paladin, it's not going to be worth it. If you have 2 Paladins, go for it. Because Excalibur is awesome. Anyway, now that we defeated him, let's find a way out. Yeah, it sure doesn't seem very exciting, considering Gilgamesh always finds his way here every time I come here.
You don't seem that bothered by him, it's just, that's a weird guy.
It's... generally my blind reactions to stuff is generic. Or not even generic, just less than generic. But when I love something, you'll know it. And when I hate something, you'll know it too. Also, this is not where the exit is.
I love some of the dialogue in this version of the game.
Here's another place where Excalibur can appear. It actually shows up as the sprite of Excalibur. I forgot where the other...
there was an actual Trogdor reference.
A what?
An actual reference to Burn a Nation by Trogdor.
I don't know much about Trogdor. Oh yeah, by the way, when you come across a boss floor, but it's not the bottom of it, you can choose the exit if you want to, but why would you? Unless you really feel like you're underleveled, which... Gilgamesh is a joke, but trust me, the next bosses are not jokes. At all. They're anything but. They're like negative 10,000% joke. Believe me. Because if you don't know Final Fantasy V, there's an infamous duo. Don't spoil it, by the way.
I haven't actually played 5, I just know about Gilgamesh because he's a recurring character.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, I said that he pops up in several games and is the same person every time. Unlike, like, Sid, who is different in every game. So, this is the Gilgamesh who bought
the original Gilgamesh.
No, the original was the SNES version of 5. Or, sorry, the Super Famicom version of 5, because they were technically slightly different systems.
Really, the only thing I know about 5 is that literally every boss qualifies for top 10 hardest Final Fantasy bosses. Assuming you don't grind.
5 really expects you to know how to use the job system, in my understanding. Because
yeah.
it's the job system from 3, but good. Like,
better know how to do it, or else everything will kick your ass.
5 is like 3 mechanically, but better in basically everything, including ATB system.
What is it with games that are like, you better learn this in like 2 seconds, or else the next level will kick your ass?
I mean, in 5's case, it's more, okay, you're 10 hours in, you should have this figured out by now. Better have the good party balance.
Does it take that long to figure out? Is it complex or something?
It's more that there's a lot you can do, because, like, you can take certain skills from jobs and have them equipped even if you have another job equipped. So, like, if you level up the thief job with parts enough that change him over to be a, like, summoner or something, you can still have the steal command or something like that. Or, if you really want to just be a jack of all trades, you could, say, learn the white magic level 2 skill and change over to fighter or something and have access to some white magics.
Okay. Oh boy, emergency exit. Oh, by the way, for those eagle eyes out there, Somodrop says max 8 MP by 5. You might notice Umber's MP goes up by 7. In case it wasn't obvious for some reason, or you just are watching this part and only this part for some reason, equipment actually boosts HP and MP in this mod. A lot of equipment's been given additional effects, so they're not as worthless anymore.
And that's something I like. Like, even, like, the first shield, I think, has resistance to break, I think.
Let's see, which when the
It's
shield
like
is
the
like...
iron shield or leather shield.
Leather shield resists stun, good for zombies. Iron shield resists petrification, good for the first fiend dungeon. Buckler resists poison. So yeah, every shield has its use, even though you might think it's useless. It's really interesting. Mana balance really doesn't do that. Oh, come on, not another... Okay, this is another floor where it's no enemies, you just find your way through. This is basically a gigantic library full of scholars. I mean, it's free items, but still, there's just too many pushy NPCs who all look like Dr. Oon.
It's Final Fantasy. It's infamous for recoloring sprites.
A lot of these NPCs are like, pretty much, what is the meaning of life? Good. Similar to me, actually. I guess. Oh, is there now?
Fight the power.
I'd say the only thing that knows love is Hero Femmes. I already talked to you. But what if tomorrow doesn't exist? Da-da! Oh! Speaking of Oon!
I like that even if the dungeons aren't great, they give some additional context to the world, even if it makes no sense for this library to be smack in the middle of a dangerous dungeon.
And randomized. Oh, I like this treasure chat. You have to push this guy out of the way and hope he doesn't block you. That's many treasure chests in these kind of places. Thank you
It's
for
like
moving
they
right.
knew that it was annoying and decided to make a big joke that wasn't funny at all.
Out of the way. Not that way.
To quote H.C. Bailey,
I could get out of your way.
do Motto Founts in hard mode change any dialogue at all?
No. Only flavor text of weapons and items. And
Wow.
the items themselves. And enemies. Like, major enemy name changes is like, in regular Dawn of Souls, Warmech is called Death Machine, but Mana Balance fixes that and calls it Warmech. Actually, no. Mana Balance calls it Warmech, and Hard Mode calls it Warmech.
I'm even more amazed that there's actually a Homestar Runner reference in this game then.
I've not seen anything of Homestar Runner. I've heard it's pretty hilarious.
I would just say watch the YouTube playlist of all the Strong Bad emails, because that's what I've seen, and also watch or play Strong Bad's cool game for attractive people. That's actually what got me into the series, franchise, show. I'm not sure how to describe it.
A French sheer show. Oh my god, these floors. Also, sorry. I don't like saying, oh my gosh. I say gosh. I don't know, I just... I don't want to talk about it. Where's the exit? Where's the exit? Where's the exit? Where is the exit? Where is the exit? Where is the exit? Must emphasize every word.
Buffalo, 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 buffalo. Wait, I think I got the number wrong. Let me find this out.
What? Number uno? Yay, exit! Boo! Shrunken Shrine. Shrunken Shrine.
Buffalo, 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 buffalo is a grammatically correct sentence.
You know what isn't a grammatically correct sentence? 1 comma plus. I don't know why. No, it's 1 comma plus. For some reason, Google Docs just doesn't recognize that as grammatically correct. And it autocorrects to plus 1, or 1 plus. I don't know why. Also, sometimes I type words so often that it just... Sometimes it recognizes it as a word, sometimes it doesn't. Grammar checking is weird.
I think what it does is it checks patterns, and if, like, you use a word as a noun, and then you try to use it in place of a verb, it notices it's weird or something. I haven't broken into a text editor ever, so I couldn't say.
I didn't want to run away from blue trolls, by the way, because they still have an item I want. Anyway, floor 10. Another boss. It's not on a shrine this time. It's in your way. It's just flouted in your way.
Like, hey.
There's no way to exit. You have to fight it.
Hey.
Oh my goodness, Naito is almost breaking 2,000. Umber's almost breaking 2,000 MP. Get ready for another boring boss, but except this one's actually more interesting. Interlopers. That's it, just interlopers. Atomos, or however the fuck you want to pronounce this thing. This guy is basically a black hole in a mouth. Question about...
would love it.
Like, I have one question about black holes in games. Why? How can they release steam when they're sucking everything in? They can't blow steam out.
Rule of cool.
What?
The rule of cool. It doesn't matter if it makes sense physically. It looks cool.
In my own little fantasy, I like to imagine there's a thing called a white hole where it propels everything away. And that if you get sucked into a black hole, you get warped out of a white hole. It's a mechanic in a certain Flash game I've played once. There was a white hole and a black hole. If you get sucked into a black hole, you get teleported to the white hole. But we all know white holes don't exist.
I think white holes were like popular pseudoscience in the early 2000s or something.
By the way, how many of you ever thought that black holes were like, if you get sucked into it, you just get warped to another dimension? Which, that's not true. You'd die in like -2 seconds. They're that sucked.
How does that work? I'm trying to imagine literally dying in negative time.
You die before you even get sucked in. That's basically it. And then you get sucked in. And you die more. It
manipulates time so that after you get sucked in, it kills you before you get sucked in. That's clearly how it works.
I mean, black holes can make everything all warpy, especially if two collide. Like, recently, and as in recently, a few months ago, I actually felt weird warping due to two black holes colliding. Like, it was a really weird feeling. I felt the gravity being all fucked up for like a split second. It did happen.
I can't relate.
Well, not everybody...
It didn't happen, I'm just saying I can't relate.
Speaking of other weird environment things, probably around the same time, it was probably last summer or something, but like, there was a whole bunch of pollution so much that you can actually look at the sun. It was so trippy. So much pollution filling the sky, you could actually see the sun. Well, there's his signature move, Wormhole. It's supposed to be unique only to this guy. Comet is supposed to be unique only to this guy. But now we can use it against him. I wonder how he feels about that. Who knows how things work? Can you be stunned? Can a black hole be stunned? If we can, we have changed science as we know it.
I mean, you're fighting the creature surrounding the black hole.
Oh my goodness, we've changed science. Black holes can be stunned.
This changes everything.
Now you can see what they really look like. But only for 2 turns. I didn't even buff you up. Why did you finish him off? So, if you were not playing Mata Balance or Hard Mode, this guy would actually drop the Judgment Staff. The Judgment Staff casts Flare when used. So basically you can spam Flare.
You win the game.
And speaking of that, in the PSP Final Fantasy 1, you can get the Judgment Staff not even a minute into the game with a glitch. Not even a minute in. I'm dead serious. Like, speedrunners, like, purchase one armor, and then they just transform it into, like, 4 Judgment Staffs.
No, they overflow it. Or underflow, probably.
So unfortunately, that glitch does not exist in this version for whatever reason. Anyway, more of the same, except there's another mechanic with these floors. Like, as you get in deeper, in increments of 10, the enemies actually get stronger. I don't think you would be able to encounter a killer shark up until this point. But beware of killer sharks, because they actually pack a punch, unlike any other enemy. So, be careful. Freed staff recommended. Especially if they can do like 200 damage. I don't know how much HP they have, but whatever. Thunder to everybody. Ouch, even to my... Ouch. I so don't care about these battles, but I should pay attention to the numbers on my character specifically. Are these guys weak to poison? For some reason? Sort of. It does more damage than lightning. Good. At least to the Seaholding.
I mean, the Seaholding Queen at least has the excuse of it uses thunder, so it makes no sense to be weak to it.
You're 4 times weak to it. How are you able to use it? Fight the blue trolls this time. Like, I want your items. No, don't run away. Wait, don't run away. What you doing under that car? What's wrong? Oh, Big the cat.
Oh. I was confused because I forgot about that part of that LP.
You actually watched my Sonic Adventure LP?
Oh, for some reason you said that and my mind went, oh, that must have been from the TRG playthrough or something. That was something. If you ever are feeling down, watch the Runaway Guy's playthrough specifically of Big the Cat's story.
I've seen that many times. It's still funny. Oh, speaking of Sonic Adventure, I never mentioned this, and it was a long time ago, but when I posted the Casinopolis Pinball Machines plus 4 bonus video, my last Sonic Adventure video for the time, I got a comment saying, "Where's the last part?" How do you not know? How do you not know? Like, sure, the thumbnails aren't obvious, but... have you watched any other part? Like, jeez.
Out of curiosity, I like asking other LPers this. Do you mark final episodes? And if so, do you keep the episode number, or do you replace it with final?
Some people only say finale, some people don't. Some people say only the number, sometimes they say both.
Like, I've seen almost every LPer seems to do this differently. Like, Chugga Conroy just has final in the thumbnail. HC Bailey usually just has some variant of final for the episode title. Raocow puts final as a separate note between the episode number and the subtitle.
By the way, just so you know, to answer the question, where's the last part, it's called Sin Spawn Chaos. I think it's part 47, I believe. After that, I just decided to do additional VMU-only content. The goal of the LP is to show everything, literally everything, and I felt like I accomplished that very well. The only thing I have not done yet is Chow. I still wish to do Chow, but research is going underway. I want to make sure I know absolutely everything. Also, that gaze reminded me. There we go. Now we don't have to worry.
Showing the VMU content is actually super unique. I don't think anyone ever does that for Dreamcast games.
I don't think anyone ever shows the VMU in general. But now that emulation is a thing, it can very easily happen. And luckily, I know of a way to actually save the VMU minigames via emulator, although it's a bit tricky. I will give a tutorial when the time comes, but it is not now. Gotta remember, there's more than one person with the same name as me, so I have to listen carefully if it's me or not. Our walls are very thin. Even if the doors are closed, I can still hear everything going on in this place. Fortunately, though, this room is more quiet. If I was in my office, everything would be louder. Oh boy! Cancer City. Everybody's a dancer. Everybody complains. You can't just stand there, you'll ruin the line. Wait, what? Oh, this is a reference to a different Final Fantasy. I forgot which one.
I'm on it.
You remember what the quote was, right?
Yeah. 9, which makes sense because 9 is the one that actually involves plays.
Oh boy, there's no treasure chest here. I'm seeing you dance right now.
Flamenco. I like how they're all apparently doing different things, and you've completely ruined their syncing.
Then stop. Oh my goodness.
I mean, what else is there to do in this hellscape?
Oh, speaking of Limbo, apparently Limbo is not only used as the, you know, the event, apparently it's also a place of hell or something. Like, example, Time Rock sends Mario to Limbo.
Limbo, I think, is just another way of saying purgatory.
I see. Who does it now? I think that's all the dialogue this place has all the offer. I think all of them says something. Yeah, they all say something different, but each map has them saying the same things, although they may or may not be the same color. These guys are really pushy. Guys.
I mean, some of them might be. It's like a 8x8 sprite.
Yeah, they say the same thing. Here's the worst floor, because they can actually move anywhere. But, actually no, they're actually limited to where they can't walk where I'm standing right now. It's like an RPG Maker. You can place like an invisible event in such a way that nothing that walks randomly can walk past it, because technically there's an event there, but there really isn't. Kind of like RPG Maker.
Honestly, you could tell me that the remakes of 1 were done in RPG Maker, and I would kind of believe you.
I compare a lot of things to RPG Maker, at least in my mind.
Which is speaking more for the quality of RPG Maker than to insult the Final Fantasy remakes.
Nope, can't run away from a shark. Well, that's true, you can't run away from a shark, you can only swim away.
Oh no, you could run away from a shark. What's it gonna do? Grow legs?
What if the shark could breathe on land, though? Like in Johnny Test.
I was thinking more the SNL skit.
Humber died, it's no big deal. I mean, he only took like 17,000 bites. Reviving him isn't gonna bring him pain at all. Like, he's still not gonna have the bite marks or anything.
I mean, you revive him with full HP.
I mean, technically you would heal the wounds, I suppose.
It's not like D&D where Ray's dead leaves him at 1 hit point.
This game has the same thing, except, like, there's regular revive and full life. Regular revive does 1 HP. So you have to be quick with...
Yeah, I don't think D&D has the resurrect with full HP spell, unless you can do that with, like, Wish.
Oh, but I can run away from that shark. I can only run away from a shark if there's eyes staring at me.
Good.
Here's Bahamut Room. Or excuse me, Dark Bahamut. Welcome. Here the bold are tested to see whether they are fit to advance beyond. If you would proceed, you must first face my disciplines. 1 green dragon. 1... No! No! No, not the black dragon!
I thought you were more upset about the 3 holies.
Black dragons are worse, because at least you can stun the holy dragon. At least this gives me At least it gives me 3 opportunities to get the holy staff, because holy dragon has a 1% chance of dropping the holy staff. 1% chance. So let's get started. No, thank you. Oh, good, they stay. I was hoping they'd disappear. Well, here's our green dragon. Actually, no, I might as well slaughter all the dragons. They're free experience and gold, and I may get an elixir. Elixirs are very useful. Plus, they're probably going to damage me before I run away anyway, so yeah. But we got our green dragon. If you talk to Bahamut at any time, he tells you what you have left, so don't worry. I believe there's like 3 of literally every dragon there is. Oh no, Holy Dragon. They can cast Holy, which is extremely dangerous. And if they have the Holy Staff, Holy does even more damage, but they can't equip anything, so we don't have to worry. It's still gonna do, like, ludicrous damage.
Makes you wonder why they have this staff in the first place.
Oh my goodness, 800 damage to Furia. If it casts it again, I'm boned. Well, there we go, it's stunned. Let's spend our time healing. Or buffing ourselves up, I suppose, just to get rid of this thing faster. Good thing our priest staff does like 130 HP of healing. Yay, it almost immediately recovered. Yay, it casts Holy again! Bye, Furia. And almost done, Naito. Haikiri is taking those like a beast, though. Like, she can tank flares, comets, and even frickin' nukes. Like, jeez. Hi, Mom, I'm home. Oh, hello, Haikiri. Oh my goodness, what happened to you, dear? Oh, I got hit by a nuke, no big deal. But how did you survive a nuke? I don't know.
Fallout has really weird damage calculations.
I mean, back when I was fighting, like, I could survive a nuke, but I was left with like 1 HP.
But the important thing is that you survived. So I'm gonna take a wild guess that this dungeon is 24s.
Just so you know, Haikiri's mother's name is Sinaru. Bye, Naito. Or not. Why is this thing spamming Holy? Like,
Because it's
holy.
its most powerful attack.
Holy really isn't. Maybe when you get the Holy Staff it is, but jeez. I need the free healing. So I will do this. It'll take me a while to do it though, because my menuing. Oh, okay, I won't. Okay, you, and then you, and then you, and then you do nothing. Or you can one-shot him. Ugh. I don't want to fight you yet. Yellow Dragon. I mean, at least I can stun you. And at least I don't kill you in one hit. Oh, thank goodness Naito lived. So now we get to do this. Now we get to do this.
Times when high potions would be marginally convenient.
Oh, the wizard staff is so good. A yellow dragon ran away.
You made a dragon run from you.
I don't think dragons can actually run from you. Why? Why do they do it here?
Level 75, which is significantly higher than you were ever meant to get in the vanilla game.
I mean, in Origins you can get to level 99,
You
and
can.
dragons still don't run away from you.
Your scientists were so focused on if you could, never stopped to think if you should.
Okay, can we heal off this time, or is this thing gonna run away? Well, good thing we're going first. I'll see when it runs away, or I get healed.
This is so dumb in the best way.
It is dumb, but it's a guaranteed heal. Or almost guaranteed heal.
Game breaking can be fun.
It's fun, and sometimes effortless. I don't like getting things with no effort. Okay, that's enough. Stop. That is enough. Also from Final Fantasy X. Can I at least get elixirs? Like, jeez. Here we go. Also, I remember these things aren't really that threatening, but they're pretty... They're, like, annoying. Like, they're annoying at best. They don't do that much damage. They just take forever to die. Also, Haikiri, you shouldn't be attacking, you should be buffing. I would cast haste, but that's wasting MP. I need the precious MP. Oh boy. So, speaking of Firaga, you know how long that spell is? The animation for it?
I don't ever play without speeding up, so...
It's like, in Final Fantasy Origins, there's like, in the final dungeon, you get like 4 or 3 Dark Wizards constantly, and they always ambush you, and they all use Firaga. All of them. It's so annoying.
Like, what's with the PS1 Square Enix games and having things take excessively long? Like, I get spell animations in 7, 8, and 9 because they were showing off, but like, opening the menu in the PS1 version of Chrono Trigger takes like 3 seconds of black screen. But I bought it on PSN just to own it.
Thank goodness. Thank goodness I got the stun on this guy. Now let's buff Naito up to max, because I believe 3 is the max, even though it really isn't.
Is it the soft cap?
There's no real cap, it's just that you're capped at 255 attack power, and I think each enhancer buffs you like by like 50, I believe. So now let's buff Furry up. These guys have one weakness, and that's Daya. But who uses Daya at this point?
I mean, it's convenient for large groups when you're conserving Black Mage MP.
I mean, Daya also counts as... like, if an enemy is classified as evil, then they're vulnerable to Daya, at least in this hack. So if you have a weapon that's good against evil, then yeah, go for it. There's also that going for it.
To my understanding, Dia is really mostly a crowd clearer when you're facing like 7 undead monsters or something.
Or 9. Dark Bahamut, These Still Remain, Holy Dragon, There's a lot of colons. Dragon Zombie. These guys drop Phoenix Downs, they don't drop elixirs. Although Phoenix Downs are kind of useless at this point, because I have the Rod of Faith. And I never have to worry about Haikiri dying, because she resists everything.
Too bad you can't use Phoenix Downs on enemies in this game.
Yeah, otherwise they die in like 2 hits. Or even 1, if they don't resist death. I would love the elixirs. If you'd be so kind to drop them, elixirs are useful. It's nice to have a replenishable elixir source, isn't it? Because elixirs are like... rarity of impossible.
Unless you're playing the randomizer, in which case they're like 50,000 heal, which isn't that bad.
I don't believe there's actually elixirs in the original version.
No, I think the only potions were cure potions, which were supposed to be like cure light wounds or cure 1, and purification potions, which healed petrification and poison, since they were the only status ailments that persisted out of battle.
I usually don't like using items in Final Fantasy 1. In fact, I don't like using items in any game, because most of them are useless compared to what other things you get. Like, not in Pokemon, not in Final Fantasy. Unless there's like some sort of alchemy thing, then I'll use items all I want.
In Final Fantasy, I'll usually just spam potions between fights because A, it's practically free because they're so freaking cheap.
Even I don't use regular-ass potions unless I really need to conserve MP, which I often don't really. And plus, gotta save that. Gotta save that 100 gil. It's important.
Usually, I'll upgrade to high potions as soon as I can. Like, I'm not that bad that I use regular potions.
Where's the holy dragons? Like, holy dragon! Where are the holy dragons? Here's one. Alt save. Don't mind the sink. Is luck affecting status ailments? If so, Furia should be using the wizard staff. If that's the case, she shall use it.
And
Yay, it
if
worked.
it's not the case.
Oh yeah, I forgot, holy dragons don't resist stun. So, since it doesn't resist stun, in that case, Furia should use the wizard staff anyway, because it's either her or Umber who goes first. Headcanonically, I like to imagine red mages as females.
I think the sprite is intentionally slightly ambiguous.
Many of them are. But
Like, even white mages are kind of ambiguous in one.
white mages are by far the most feminine looking.
But they could also be male.
They could.
Like, thinking like a cleric more than a priest, if that makes sense.
Sure. Is this thing dead yet? Thank you. One more holy dragon. Here we go. No, I'd rather not get ambushed. Thank you. I mean, it's a regular attack, but still though. I'd rather not get ambushed at all. Thank you for going first, Furia. I don't want to get holy-fied. Are you dead yet? I know I just started the battle, but are you dead yet?
Are we there yet? Are we there yet?
No.
Are we there yet?
No.
Are we there yet?
Probably... But that means no. These dungeons, these chaos soul of chaos dungeons are really soul sucking.
The laughter masks the pain.
Boo, no holy staff.
They really are just tedious.
Oh boy, Bahamut tells the truth. Oh, that gets a fanfare, but defeating bosses doesn't.